Hi guys, it's Professor Olson looking at your sketches on a Friday. Some new ones coming in from yesterday, Thursday, so I'm taking a look. Dylan, you're first up. Dylan, by the way, you're giving me a screenshot of your InDesign document. I'm glad you placed these in. You can actually export a JPEG from any page of InDesign, and that looks a little better than having all the lines and grid. You also want to make sure and sort of fill the frame with your sketches so you can see them better. So you're doing oyster soap, which is a Japanese beauty bar. If you look at beauty products and cosmetics, that's more your category, not pump bottles or hand washing. So you did get the Japanese flair, and I see there's some Japanese characters in an oyster. This seems like a good idea. So you're putting a bar of soap in the oyster. So this is the kind of creative thinking that we're looking for in terms of combining two things that are unusual. But I don't feel like a bar of soap is a great image for a beauty product. I do like number 5, but it would have to be executed a little better than it is. This number 9 is the same as number 1, as far as I can tell. The oyster blowing bubbles, perhaps that's something, but I think you could actually expand your ideas to beyond just oysters and soap bars and look at Japanese culture and think of other symbolic sort of meanings about beauty other than writing. Maybe there's a female figure or something like that. Look at other cosmetic products that have to do with beauty and see what they're doing. And hopefully that'll expand it, because right now I don't really see 3 ideas. Maybe number 5 is one, and maybe this would be number 8. But you need to see if you can come up with some more. All right, Gabriella, you're doing Black Sea chocolate. So this is the chocolate that is seasoned with salt from the Black Sea, which is Ukraine. You should look at Ukrainian culture and art and see if that gives you some more ideas. These are highly redundant ideas. A wave with the sun, the same wave with the sun in a circle, the wave with the sun, the wave with a circle, slightly more details. One of these is like one idea. Sunset over the ocean. These feel very generic, not specific to a Black Sea chocolate. So you need to do a lot more research into where it comes from, some of the art and culture from Ukraine and the Black Sea, mythology, things like that, and see if you can come up with some more unique ideas and specific to your product. So right now I'm not really seeing anything. These could be like for a surf company, or let's see, number 4. Do you say what it is? No. So do some more research. Hopefully that'll lend you some more ideas. All right. Joseph with Brainiac Coffee. I like number 1. Something about number 7 is kind of cool with the brewing coffee in the science beaker, kind of works. Lightning hitting the kite. What's number 9? Yeah, so this is sort of like a pot of coffee with a light bulb. I would keep this. This is sort of visually, it's really hard to tell what's going on there. If you could clarify that more, this could work. So number 1 and number 7 and maybe number 9, if you can work that out a little better. Some of these are a little redundant. Light bulb guy doesn't really say Brainiac Coffee that much, but I think you have 3 ideas there. Number 1, number 7, number 9. All right, Toya's here. Toya, I'm trying to remember which section you're in. Toya, did you post some new work? Hey, Toya, did you post some new work?
Good. Hi. Yes, I did. I just posted just now.
All right. I can't remember if you're in section 1, I think.
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Joseph's here. Was I just looking at your work, Joseph? Hold on. Yes, I just gave you feedback. I'm going to pause the recording for a second.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to
Okay.
start the
Okay.
recording again.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Sure. All right. Back to where I was. Yeah, we did that. Gene. Um, I'm trying to guess. Oh, it's Layla's Coffee. Don't write out the name. If you remember, you're going to do the icon first, and then you're going to add logo type in Illustrator. There we go. Uh, so sort of North African stuff. This moon over the balcony is kind of interesting, but perhaps there's a figure of Layla, the romantic uh, figure on the balcony, and sort of close in on that, create a containing shape. So it's like a more of an icon type thing. This sort of North African coffee pot is very interesting, but I'm not sure what the hanging things are. But again, that's sort of like containing shape that brings it all together. I like number 3, just sort of interesting if it has a sort of design pattern that's kind of Moroccan. So among these, I would say 2, 3, and 11. If you could add a figure, that would be even better. But decent job on this, so good, keep going. Uh, James, you're doing Boise beef. You've got a stylized bull with a map of Idaho here, Idaho map with a boot, Idaho map with a bull's head, cowboy hat with Idaho, Idaho on the bull's head and a hat, hat on Idaho, a couple of cross 6-shooters and a bull's head boot with the Idaho, bull's skull on a plaque, a cow branded with Idaho. All right, a lot of these are redundant and you're sort of recycling a lot of the same ideas a little bit. I do like your stylized bull's head here, number 1. I also like the cowboy hat with this. I think that that works. Some of these feel a bit sort of generic. Just a boot by itself doesn't seem great, especially for beef jerky. It's like, is it boot leather? Um, the 6-shooter, this sort of fits with it a little bit. Maybe if the steer's head has a little personality, that could work. So number 1, number 5, and maybe number 8 would be the 3 to go with. All right, Donald, Tupe Mate. So this is South American, so you want to sort of pull from those resources. This symbol here seems really nice. I wouldn't do the type in a wrap around it, but I like that. Number 2, I like this figure here. You got to sort of create your own sort of unique take on that. Number 4. And I do like number 11, this sort of ancient godlike figure. But you got a few good ideas here. So those are the ones I'd recommend, 2, 4, and 11. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Next up is Matthew. This is a Egyptian coffee, Osiris coffee, brings you back from the dead. Coffee beans feel very generic. Magic the Gathering. That's a kind of obtuse connection. The Oasis. An oasis is an interesting image. Don't try to build the type into it, but if you could create sort of an iconic circle or square shaped image of an oasis, that might work. Number 7 is this sarcophagus, which is kind of powerful image. Maybe if you can also give your own take on that, so you're not just drawing in a sarcophagus. An Egyptian coffee cup. The Eye of Ra, you got to do something with it. You can't just recreate it. The Ankh, again, is another symbol from Egypt. So you can't just like take a symbol and say, this is my logo now. A cartouche, is that what that is? So I would say if you could pull it off, number 3, number 7, and then maybe something with the Eye of Ra, if you do it in your own kind of unique way, maybe combining it with a cup of coffee or something. So that's what I would recommend. All right. Antoinise. Blood orange chocolate. All right, so don't write out the name. You don't need that. All these ideas are highly redundant. It's like pictures of orange segments with the chocolate. The girl with the Spanish flower in her hair, I like that. That could work. Don't put a chocolate grid like that. That's kind of low-end chocolate. And then you need 2 more ideas that aren't just pictures of orange segments. If you turn it into something, that could be an idea. Turn the orange segments into something else. And then you're going to add logo type in Illustrator. So come up with at least 3 more or 2 more unique ideas. If you do the Spanish girl, you need to give her some attitude and she needs to be compelling in some way. So you have to think about that. All right, Amanda. This is Salty Dog. Mine goes right to number 2, number 4. I like the turtle. It's hard to see. Your sketches could be a little clearer, more contrast, and fill the frame a little better. So if you do this stylized, interesting, sea fellow, maybe the dog as another one, and put them in some sort of containing shape, perhaps. I like the surfboard, but it's just sort of by itself. It's not really speaking to me. Maybe the turtle's on a surfboard. The disembodied arm doesn't work so well. The ship, maybe the ship's being pirated by a turtle. There's some other third idea you've got to come up with, which is a combination of some of these things. The things that just have nothing, no characters or people in them, just like an empty dock. Feels very depressing and sad. So think about how you can make it a little more fun. It's kind of tough and it's for older people. So not too cutesy, which you're not really doing. So that's good. And see if you can come up with that third idea. All right, section 3. Shanisha, Bluebells. These are good sketches, unique from each other. The ones that jump out to me are the bird of peace, the dove, the swan, I like. This feels very like I've seen it before. These bells, if these are blueberries, maybe that could work. This flower is kind of a nice drawing, but it's not really feeling like an icon yet. The blueberry dipped in chocolate seems okay. Harvesting the fruit, this is interesting. So 4, 7, and 9, maybe. Those are the ones to go with. All right, Aaron, Thor's Coffee. This is take 2, I think. I like this coffee mug with the wing. Don't write out the name. These don't count. You need to have 12 ideas. The wings on a coffee mug might be good. Just drawing a hammer is not really being creative. So you got to think about what to do. Maybe splitting a coffee bean with lightning, that could be an idea. So there's 1, 2, and maybe 3 there. But as far as meeting the requirements for the assignment, you have not done that yet. You need to have 12 unique ideas and no writing out the name. So think about that before you conclude this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, but not these two. All right, Elizabeth, you are doing atomic cookies. Again, you guys got to put this in the template. If you're having trouble with that, there's the troubleshooting InDesign. There's also a video that shows you how to get it ready for the discussion. So think about that. So mid-century kind of Area 51 things. The rocket ship seems okay. Don't put the type in the ring like that. It makes it hard to work with. 6 and 1 are essentially the same idea. You've got number 3, which is like a mushroom cloud on a cookie. Here's a mushroom cloud with a rocket. I'm not really sure what 11 is. So let's see. You've got letters instead of numbers. So 1, 2, B, C, D. All right. When we say pepper, we mean like peppers that grow on a plant, not like little pepper grounds. So just so you're clear about that. I'm trying to find 3 that you can use. I think the rocket ship is 1. The mushroom cloud is not a great sort of image. It's like a kind of horrific image, but this one almost looks like an alien head. Maybe that, if that works. What's number 10? Let's see. Oh, this is the pepper. Surrounded by crumbs. Could your pepper be an alien? Could your pepper be a rocket ship? Maybe that could be your 3rd idea. And it's sort of mid-century space age look. So you want to kind of get familiar with that look as you go forward. I hope that's helpful. Nicole, oyster soap, the Japanese beauty soap. So you've got a lot of oysters in a bar of soap. This number 11 with the little pearl, that's like a little, maybe this is like a geisha lady face or something. That could work. Bubbles, sort of generic, a shell, oyster shells, which are not particularly pretty, a pearl. So yeah, these are just pearls, I guess. Pearl and an oyster. Your thinking is very, very limited to the name of the product. So do some research on Japanese culture, on beauty products, on how other products are advertised, and think about 3 other ideas that will be suitable for this brand. I do like number 11. I think that the little geisha pearl lady could be bigger in the frame somehow. So think about that and come up with a couple more ideas. All right. So that's what we've got for today. I hope that was helpful. If at any point you need some one-on-one attention, try to let me know through Slack and I'll try to get with you. And I hope that helps. I can't wait to see your great work.